Proper. There's a local joint called Ashton Proper that their mild is other people's spicy, and that's how you know it's a good place.
Talk fast food. Fast food talk.
Yeah. Who's sponsoring us?
Yeah.
Taco Bell, man. Special earlier dish.
Unless we're starting right now.
Yeah, what's up?
Wait, so do you remember Ash at my wedding, Laura?
Yeah.
She, bless her heart, texted me yesterday and said, "Hey, I think I'm finally trying Pathfinder. Do you have any suggestions?"
Aww.
And when I got her, I got another one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got her.
She had been 5e Wizards of the Coast fan for life.
Good lord.
She said, orc doesn't really affect me. She was like, constantly I'm buying new content. She just loved the system.
She likes the Pathfinder system?
The 5e D&D.
Oh, okay. She loves it.
And yesterday she texted me saying, "Hey, I'm interested in trying Pathfinder."
Hey, beginner box days are in like a couple weeks.
Yeah,
you can sign up for one of those.
Class. I'm like, let me send you the entire free rulebook online.
I got a friend of mine he's gonna let me run a one-shot for him with the simple pitch of, yeah, I thought I could run a one-shot Little Trouble in Big Absalom where each of you plays kobolds.
Kobolds,
yep.
yep.
Like, all right, yeah, okay, I'll play that.
It's fun.
It's a free RPG, like one-shot, so I figured it wouldn't be too hard to put off for him.
There's another adventure I heard about called.
There's a fistful of flowers and 40 flowers more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lashes.
They just need one more to finish out the trilogy, right?
What is it? Dead flowers leave no sense.
That's when you play evil flowers, evil lashes.
I don't think there's a third one yet.
Not yet, no.
There's a good beginner adventure too, called Rusthenge.
I was gonna say I've heard lots of people saying that
that's the
that new one, yeah, is really good. Yep.
I'm friends with one of the writers from the Starfinder stuff, and she said she was trying it out, and she and some of their group loved it.
Yeah. It's a good one to apparently lead into the path of the 7 Dooms for Sandpoint.
Yeah, the Sandpoint one. Yeah,
I'm excited for
Very glad 7 Dooms exists. I think I've said this before, but I mentioned when we first went through Plaguestone that it felt like a missed opportunity that there wasn't an AP that picked up right after.
Yeah, but it's nice to have the beginning and end, just boop, not having to continue it.
If I was like freshly starting Pathfinder, I know for a fact I would be if I was like super jazzed about it, I would want to cut.
Yeah, it is because you start building this character and you're like, I want to keep playing. I mean, I played Plaguestone as a player, and I want to keep playing.
I'm currently in a Plaguestone play-by-post.
Yeah,
you're
that's where I had my Hobgoblin Investigator. Yes, it's perfectly suited to that AP.
Yeah,
at least the first portion of it. Yeah, it's good.
We just got into, I guess, what would be the first dungeon. PvP, so it's slow, but yep. Yeah, lots of investigating.
Is that the what part is that? Is that the under the guy's house?
Yeah, we just went through the tunnel, I think, got back up into his house.
I'm not gonna say anything about that one.
Yeah,
but that was fun. You guys,
yeah,
had an experience in there.
I think we're about to have an experience.
Shout out to TP Kane.
Yeah, nobody's dead yet, but I've heard it's particularly deadly.
I mean, I love playing Alchemist. That was so much fun. No, I was a druid in that one. Never mind. Druid was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I've
wait,
never
you got
done the,
no.
Pathfinder Society ones.
Yes.
Closest fight I've ever been in to a TPK. I think the closest fight to a TPK was against that weird vampire that we fought in the tomb, Sizzle. But like that fight in Plaguestone, it was terrifying.
Because you weren't there for book 1 of
Yeah, I've never
Wait,
actually
doesn't-
been
yeah.
in a TPK. That's my dark secret.
War for the
Sure.
Crown
Don't
book
put
1.
things like that out there.
Especially while you're literally in hell right now.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
think
stuck in
literally
hell.
in hell.
literally.
What is this? Is this in Aslan?
No, right now.
No,
Yeah, right now.
Oh!
No.
Yes,
I turned it
you've
back
been
around.
you've been plane hopping.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, so let's take it. Let's resume our activities. Yeah, so I didn't even check. Everybody is right where they're supposed to be. Perfect. Okay. Yes, so here we are again, once more. Why don't let someone else do the recap? I think I did them last time. Who wants to recap us?
You do it. Hot on the trail of missing foreign nationals, our 4 heroes had found themselves in an underground speakeasy run by Jeremy Ha, notable labor broker and fixer in Axelon. They emerged from the back entrance, through which was a grueling trek in the Undercity, into what appeared to be some facility of the Boneyard, a ostentatious painted pharasma, then bade us partake of the plains and their delights and to impress the patrons within. And to that task each of them went. Gwendolyn did her best to brave the grave coffin within the Boneyard, but that shit's terrifying, yo.
I don't know who this Gwendolyn is. I'm Jane.
Gwendolyn masquerading as Jade. Fair point. Savara found herself in a representation of the Maelstrom and then got super high. Bless her. Still did manage to get some good information, though. Kanthi waltzed into Nirvana and wordlessly challenged the bartender, who obliged, and while she was not able to emerge victorious, did manage to impress the patron. However, her words fell flat afterwards, and she was thoroughly rebuffed. Elena found herself in some representation of Elysium, people sitting down to eat, and was told to put her head in a griffin's mouth. This griffin, who was trained enough, but not trained as much as it could be, she did manage to do so with, surprising deftness and ability, which earned her an audience with a patron. And Gwendolyn, Jane, Savara, and Elena each got bits of information from their patrons that are very, very interesting. And I think all 3 of them then decided on their course of action. Savara just needed to get out of there, and Gwendolyn and Elena are headed to Hell to speak with Jeremy Hoff, but we left off with Savara stepping in to what is ostensibly access and locking eyes with someone who knows her.
Bum, bum.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So, very nice recap. What did we learn, or what did you all learn individually? Let's go over that.
Start with anybody else.
You can probably just knock yours out real fast.
Yeah. That woman, I'm telling you, knew nothing. She was pissed. It was not my fault, I promise.
Here's what Elena learned. Elena learned that for whatever reason, some foppish dandy building a hotel in Absalom had hired the services of Nexian ooze crafters to develop a sewage and garbage disposal system, and that several shipments of not only materials, but also personnel had gone to this project. Though the person whom I was speaking to, No Fuss Nez, was unable or unwilling to comment any further on the nature of those deliveries, and Elena didn't push.
And maybe this was obvious to everybody else, but I actually went back and rewatched little bits of this because there were so many like important bits that I knew I'd missed some of it, and I didn't make the connection originally, but after we went back and we kept hearing the Galarian pop up, we don't know for sure, but that the Dandy building an inn very well could be Hindred Pratchett.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we also found out that Ralso.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there were so many other connections to Pratchett.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
Galarian.
I assumed it was that guy, the
Yeah.
half elf
Also
who
got
got.
the connection, a name of the Nexian Oozecrafter, and we didn't get a name, but we have a Nexian Oozecrafter, someone who we believe to be one at least, that we found dead in a hole in the precipice.
Zombified.
No, yeah, zombified. It was kind of just.
And then we
like,
re-killed him.
Yeah.
He just got dumped.
Well, but there were also there was
Desecrated
some
the corpse.
there were necromantic energies in that basement, so that might be what caused him to reanimate.
The precipice quarter has necromantic energies in the basement.
Right.
And that cool sword.
That cool sword.
So that's what Elena found out.
Okay. What about Savara?
Savara, I wanted to ask you really quick because I never came across it not across it where I could actually like spell things in the video. Can you tell me what the brothers' names were so I can write it down for my notes? The Kadiran brothers.
Sure.
I know you said it, but
Yeah. Let's see if this will.
or yeah, if you can post them, that'd be sweet.
Will this show you the name? It will not. Okay, hold on.
No, it does not. No, no, but I love this. The red-eyed Jack.
Yeah. Okay, so that is Sharim. I'll just hold on.
Probably Sharim.
Sharim, right? Sharim Muzal.
Muzula. Cool. And the brother is.
And then the brother is Halan.
Haran.
Halan.
Halan. Okay.
Oh.
Halan.
In this our month of Ramadan, he is haram, then do not partake. I bid thee, do not partake.
My cats are fighting on my desk in front of me.
Yes.
Stop it.
A pair of conspiracy theorists.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So Savara discovered all sorts of crazy shit about Olgathus and all sorts of stuff that may or may not have rumors. There was something about like some like alchemical stuff, poisoned brew or something. But
something that might have caused like animals to go insane. at
yeah,
some point.
exactly. Just a maybe. Possibly. But also it could be total horseshit because they were kind of crazy. Or at least they presented as kind of crazy. She found out that they are drug sellers, perhaps drug makers, and that one of their they have a client in House Avenstar, and what else did I write? Okay, what else did I write down? I guess the other big thing was that that they had sold a big shipment to our dear friend Hindred Pratchett of the Galari Inn. So, which raises questions or potentially fills in a whole bunch of connections where it kind of looks like maybe Hindred is drugging people, killing them, disposing of them, and then Ralso's fencing their goods. At least that is the emerging picture.
Right. I found out that from Layla Skrandabar, who is a famous fence, which seems like it should be an oxymoron, but isn't in her case. That she has a set of very special Mankind stoneworking tools that she got from also. She also mentioned that there was some abductions, I think, by gray-skinned people in the Undercity. Apparently, some of them got away from them or something, though, or were released after something. So, I also have the name Kurgis, but I don't know.
Kurgis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kurgis is a deity.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. Would you take the cat?
Kurgis is who Pharasma referenced when she gave a squeeze to. Oh, so we're not kidding. When she gave a squeeze to Kanti's arms and was admiring her muscles, she said, "Oh, you're one of Kurgis's for sure." That's why she sent her there.
I assumed that the barkeep was a representation of Kyrgyz. You know.
Kick his butt.
Well, mostly.
I kicked your ass too.
Oh, and she offered me a 50% discount of 25. What was it?
Flat. 25
Yeah,
Platinum.
Sphinxes.
Yeah, Sphinxes. If or to do business with her, which of course I didn't.
Just to
have.
even get her.
But still, I mean, I was impressed that she gave me a 50% discount.
Oh.
That's a little feather to put in your cap. So, was that it? Was that everyone? Was that?
I think so.
Okay.
Iolanthe didn't find anything, right?
Oh, Iolanthe. Yes.
I forgot that she existed until you just said her name. Sorry.
Actually, she might have been the one that learned about the abductions.
Yeah, it was her. Yes.
So yeah, she managed to keep the brew down of a it was basically a graveyard of everyone's drinks. They come over and dump their drink into it, and then
the plague chalice. The plague chalice.
Plague King Cup.
So, and then she managed to drink it and keep it down, but not with a straight face.
Mm-hmm. And did not really get any useful information out of the drunk elf.
Other than the abduction.
Right. Shouldn't say if it's useful or not. Yes.
The abduction by the kobolds and the black dragon.
Right.
Sounds like it wasn't useful.
Clearly, they're in league with the blue dragon. That's the black dragon.
I think it was the gray. It's gray skin, so I think it was those. What were they?
The Caligny.
The Caligny. That's right, Caligny. But don't know.
Don't know. Okay. All right, so let's take it back to the House of Plains. This,
you know what they say about coworkers, right?
Nightclub. What's that?
You should always talk about religion on the second day of work.
Oh, really? Yes.
It just works out really well for that. So, what are your religious beliefs, and why is Desna the wrong choice?
Yes.
Well, because she's going to be the one that dies. So.
Yeah. Did you know Desna's gonna die in 15 years from now? Or dies...
Spoilers.
Soon? Who knows?
So, yes, you are in this nightclub, exclusive nightclub to some of the heavier, or, some pretty established criminals and the like.
Established criminals such as Lady Yana Syndra Marilla. Yes.
Yeah. So let's go and take it to Kanthi right now. What is happening with Kanthi as she comes out of the Nirvana?
There was so she had come out, kind of seated herself at a table and was kind of waiting with nursing her drink. She was a little pissed that she was dismissed so easily by this lady with the eye patch. Like, she proved her where she felt like, okay, like I did the task, now like give me the information that I clearly deserve because I won, you know? And she's kind of nursing this beverage and like she made the wrong choice, she said the wrong thing.
Yes.
And I think she's gonna work up the courage to go into whatever rooms in the southwest of this hall.
Yeah, you called. You said that her boss was. I think you inferred that her boss was the owner of the establishment.
And was like, "Hey, I won. Let me meet him." And she was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, "Yeah, your boss. I want to meet him."
Yeah, these people do not work for Hoth. They are, so as we're clear on they are patrons of the rooms. They esteemed guests. Probably have to pay a big premium for this.
I feel like that moment was one of the most genuine roleplay conversations I've had in my entire like experience with roleplaying. Because like I left feeling like that it was just so genuine. I had a great time. It felt real to the characters and like the conversation.
Well, that's awesome.
It was great.
All right, so let's see if we can. It's all downhill from here. So.
Yep.
What's Kanthi doing then? I mean, where's she going?
She finished this drink and she's gonna try the next room. She didn't see any of her companions go in.
Okay.
She's like, maybe heaven this time.
Okay. So she passes through the barrier. And indeed, the walls of this well-lit room are painted with blue skies and bright, fluffy clouds. Except for the wall behind the bar, which portrays an enormous mountain. Waitstaff drift between the tables wearing revealing white robes and fake feathered wings. A 1-foot-high round stone pedestal stands in
Kanthi will stop a waitstaff. What is the pedestal for? Is there
Okay.
a performance?
It's a you stop like a male half elf. He's like it's like the togas, like imagine just the robes
It's like
and
a
these,
gay bar.
and these obvious, strapped feathers, these wings, protruding from the back. They're small, they're not too big, so they can't do it. And he gives you a curt bow. He's, welcome, traveler, to the land of heaven, the realm of heaven. Where all is good and light. That pedestal is where you may I'm trying to decide if I want you to roll for this. That's fine. A pedestal is where you may confess a sin or a crime and absolve yourself and embrace the love that surrounds you.
The cameras picks up under her breath. Fuck.
Oh my.
No, not the view, of course.
We do not judge here. Have no fears.
Of course. Thank
But
you for.
when you are ready, you may lighten your load so that you may fly even higher.
Okay.
He goes off to deliver whatever he's got.
She'll take a minute to scan the crowd to see if anybody sticks out. Any eye patch bald ladies?
She's there and she's stalking you. Okay, give me a perception check.
Yeah. For some reason, I had pulled up Iolothe's character sheet. There you go.
Okay. You are not able to really get spot anything out. It's almost overwhelming to you, like being in this place where sins are waiting to be sponged. Start to develop a cold sweat.
Does anybody look like they're about to step up there, or is everybody?
Nope, they're all just casually relaxing and just like light conversation and some polite laughter and sounds of a harp stringing coming from one of the tables as one of the staff dressed as an angel is playing a soft melody.
Would the Cupid shuffle be a little too on the nose here, or? As Conti jokes, awkwardly trying to avoid the tasks she knows she has to do. Making bad jokes. Slowly kind of meandering her way towards the pedestal.
And
Insert other
and then
Cupid
all
joke
the as you take your steps atop this pedestal, all of the conversations seem to kind of slowly fade away. All heads are turning to you with steady eyes, waiting as a pregnant pause fills the room. Is this thing on?
Sorry. So I just... And she kind of like tries to see where that waiter was in the crowd. Just say it.
Release your spirit, release the burden that weighs upon you. One person shouts out.
And that's
Tell us your greatest regret.
I have killed the man.
Let's vote. Go on. Yeah.
I have killed the man.
Now, just so you know, you do feel a slight tingle as you step on this pedestal.
Ooh.
Okay. So if you say anything untruthful, you just let me know.
I will. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you desire to, we'll say before you could even say it.
Yeah. No, she's gonna be truthful.
Okay.
She's gonna
All right.
try to keep it as vague as possible. And
They're just like they're waiting. They're listening.
I have killed a man. Was in self-defense, but they still killed him. And I didn't need to. She kind of looks around, waiting for reactions. Again, she's not good at the subtlety. She's not good at like finding that middle ground.
Okay. Someone from the crowd will kind of shout out. Why does this burn into your soul? Tell us.
I don't think it does. I don't think it really bothers her.
Okay.
That's just sort of something she's kept like as a regret, but not like a true burden on her soul.
Okay.
And she sort of stumbles through of I was responsible, and there was a peaceful way it could have ended. We were both drunk. These things do happen.
Was it a lover?
No.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
But he was attractive and could have been. she sees like it's any reaction. if he would have lived.
Oh, come on! Give us something juicy. Give us a real sin. Sin. Yes! Come on! We've all killed before. Let's hear it. Come on! Surely it's a crime that you wish to reveal to us all. Some unspoken shame. Set your soul free. Like, they're just coaxing. They're not like demanding. They're
And I think part of the anonymity of not knowing anybody here helps. And I think if Savara or Gwendolyn were in this room, she wouldn't really work up the courage. Or that's like prodding and goading. She's had a couple of beers in her, some brewskis. These are a bunch of strangers, and she's like, I was there that night. The night the whispering tyrant rose. I was in Last Wall, and I left people there. I fled and I ran, and I left them to die. Just kind of breathing heavy. That is my sin. That is what I live with every day. I wake up for and hope that the pain and the suffering ends, whether by my own hand or another.
Tell us of the pain you feel. What is it like?
I'm tired. It eats away. I should have died there. I should have stood up and fought and died. This is all just borrowed time. This means nothing.
Okay. At this point, I think you can give give me a diplomacy or a performance check.
I'll do diplomacy.
Or those are the or a different check if you feel it's applicable. Those are the two that I think should. Oh, you didn't have to make that private.
Oh, sorry.
Boop. 23.
That's pretty good.
It's 23.
All we have to do is bare our souls to get good rolls.
And she's like a little, woozy at this point. An alcohol from the emotion, like tears welling in her eyes, but like not, like she hasn't let the tears fall. She's kind of like steadying herself.
And all eyes turn to the bartender, who is dressed similarly like the staff. He doesn't have wings though, and they'll look at him as they're just all heads are turned to him, and he's looking at you, Anthi, as if he's seeing through you. This guy is like exceedingly handsome. I mean, he must have some Nephilim Asimar blood or something. Oh god, what the hell is this? Hold on a second.
Conti like fixes her hair and starts twirling it in her fingers.
And he reaches over to one of the bottles and starts mixing a drink with several other bottles. And the crowd kind of seems to like relax a bit, and they all look to you and they all nod. They stand up and they bow, and they all take a seat as the bartender mixes the drink and places it and kind of waves a hand like, behold, for you. Penance, says, your penance awaits.
That is such a good name for a drink, by the way. She grabs it, cheers to the crowd, and then just throws it back.
It is strong. But you feel the burn in your gut.
It's
And
like
it-
Jägermeister and Fireball together.
As it almost like cleanses you. You know, you feel like this chill in your body as it's kind of passes from head to toe. And everyone just kind of gives a soft clap. The bartender nods and then he kind of side glances at figure sitting in a
The bald woman with an eye patch.
yes, she's there.
I'll give you a second chance to impress.
There's a figure standing sitting at one of the how are these rooms arranged? They're like yeah, I guess these tables are clouds. I'm guessing it's not really in the description, but I'm looking at the pictures, and the tables appear as clouds. And he's sitting at one of the clouds. Yeah, this is great.
My favorite map ever, I think.
And he nods and he kind of welcomes you to his table. And he's pretty ruggedly handsome individual. Human. He's got these spectacles and a neckerchief, and he's dressed in like a dark kind of overshirt. Let's see here. So I have a mod. Show art. Click. This will do it. There we go. That's the guy you see looking at you.
Looks like Xander from Buffy. Both glasses.
Not that this is like fantasy. This is like Victorian era a role play we're doing here. This setting right now. I just love it. And you are invited to have a seat at his cloud table.
She will feeling real good now after yet another powerful beverage. We'll make her way and sit next to this man.
Okay. And you can see that he has there is like a broadsheet at his table. Which is like basically a newspaper. Fantasy newspaper. Titled Eyes on Absalom. Oh, that was
Anything interesting?
that was quite a story you told. Are you really from Lastwall?
Well, not born and raised, but an immigrant.
See. Well, Absalom is a city of immigrants. Are you from Udra? Originally?
And she like takes a moment to focus on herself, trying not to intentionally goad and antagonize someone, and says, "Yes, born,
Oh, how
but raised in
fascinating.
Lastwall."
You are indeed quite the specimen, I must say. And I mean that in the most sincere way. I am Reginald Van Kaskeren.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Reginald. And she kind of holds out her hand, as if he.
And he takes it and he gives the court, the proper etiquettes. Takes your hand and maybe gives it a kiss or something if you allow him to.
Yeah.
Okay. And he feels, he's like, you are a practitioner of some sort of unarmed combat, I must presume, judging by the marks on your knuckles and the calluses on your
calluses.
hands.
Of course, I practice at the Temple of Perfection.
Oh, I have heard tales of the students of perfection. Are you truly one of them? Is one of the great the students of that great school sitting here with me, a humble broadsheet publisher?
And her cheeks kind of flush a little. Perhaps if you were to visit, I could show you a few moves. Everybody has the right to defend themselves.
Well, how could I hardly refuse such an offer? I'm afraid I don't even know your name.
Kanti.
Well, Kanti, it is a pleasure to meet you. But as is custom of the House of Plains, I, the patron of this realm, am at your disposal. What would you wish of Reginald Van Kasker, kin?
What are you reading?
What? This old thing. This was today's edition of the Eyes of Absalom. It's
Anything
really
interesting?
quite droll, I'm afraid. Just more politics. All of the different political entities now ramping up. Ever since Primarch has declared that he will be stepping down without naming a successor, has all of the actions in a frenzy right now. It's quite the scene, but I mean that is far from here, Eastgate.
Did we know the Primarch is stepping down? I think that's new information.
Yeah, it's not really. It's been hard. You guys really haven't had much time to keep up on current events.
Yeah, true. Perhaps you could throw your hat in the ring. I'm sure a handsome man such as yourself would be a good leader.
I prefer very much to operate from a much safer distance. I have no political aspirations. I'm merely an observer. It's only to report what I see and deliver it to all people of Absalom. They have a right to know.
Of course.
Although I will say that the city council doesn't much appreciate my candor, but all the better then, I think.
If
Now then,
you're in the know, perhaps you might have heard a rumor I've heard.
rumors. Oh well, now that's my speciality.
I had heard there were these stonemasons working on the Dragonfly Pavilion, I believe is what it was called, and they all went missing, just out of the blue.
Oh, how very interesting. I don't know anything about this. Go on.
And
Love
then they hired kobolds to finish building the pavilion.
And he's just
You-
listening.
My heart just goes out to those stonemasons. I hope everything's okay. Have you heard anything?
Okay, well, give me a diplomacy check.
Let's do that.
You get a bonus.
I think I need some bottle cap for the session. Sesh cap? Your
Dash
point?
cat. Okay.
Oof.
All right. Okay. Well, you're getting
It wanted to be that 20.
get a +4 bonus for the the room challenge, so to speak. Okay. And he I regret that I do not know much of what you speak, but I would very much like to learn more of this. So you're saying that these stonemasons have gone missing.
Yes.
Why is this so important? Are they members of the royal delegation? Although that
And I
would be
think now, like,
strange.
she's sort of catching on to the game, and it's like, I have no idea. But as someone who now lives in Absalom, there have been a lot of missing people,
Oh, so is there really?
more than usual.
How are you hearing of such things? This
Kind
is
of just
the-
winks.
Well, Absalom is a city where people come to disappear. Sometimes it is their own choice. Sometimes, well, it's not their choice. Perhaps it is the work of a serial killer. Oh yes, yes,
He, like,
yes.
grabs his hands.
That is
A serial killer.
that is perfect. Yes, serial killer striking at the heart of Absalom. Anything these victims, do they share any commonalities? Are they all a
No.
worshipper of a certain deity? You're saying stonemasons. Are they all of civil
Yes, and,
workers?
a winemaker and a wizard, all sorts of.
I see, a wizard, a woman. That's not very. That's not very exciting at all. They.
Perhaps, I have a friend who's very good at headlines. Serial killer strikes summer fair, or something. We can workshop the
Oh
headline.
yes, a serial killer here at one of the greatest celebration in over 200 years. In Absalom, that would be quite a story. But I need more details. What do you know of the individuals? You're saying the wine merchant was the wine merchant from specific district, perhaps, or
Could I do? I want to say sense motive. I know that's not correct.
Insight.
Is it?
what are you
No,
trying to
that's-
do? What do you?
I want to see if he's lying, because like these people seem to be very well connected, and to
Mhm.
her, it's strange if he is a true rumor monger or if he hasn't heard about any of this.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what sense motive is. If you're trying to determine if he's telling a fib or not. Yep.
But
That's
is
a
that
secret.
under diplomacy now?
I'm just throwing
I'm
you a
looking
hint.
It's perception.
Perception, thank you. I was desperately looking at my character sheet. And this one's hidden, correct?
Sorry, yeah, perception. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Okay. He seems genuinely interested, like he is pressing you for information, probably to put it in his broadsheet. I mean, that much you can tell from this chick. Like he is, yeah. And he's adding stuff to it as he's going.
Oh, sorry. Cat took my headphones out.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me at all if this is the some sort of murder cult.
Murder.
You know, the skin saw man of Norgorber is a very, very, popular tale in Absalom. Him being one of the Ascended and such. I think that would make a fine story. Oh yes, Norgorber's skin saw man. Once more.
Again, or
yes.
What my friend
rises really again. Cult of Norgorber.
Is going to cause a scare.
This is excellent. Thank you. I appreciate.
Ooh. I'm getting inspiration. The case of the sensational serial slayer.
This is fantastic. You must come by my my publishing house someday. We will chat. Or perhaps.
Or...
Oh, I'm afraid don't have a business card. They haven't been invented yet, fortunately. But
I have an idea.
Yeah, eyes and wraps. He kind of shuffles the paper out. He throws it in your face. He kind of slides the paper over to you, and he's like, "Our address is right there. Come by anytime." And he writes down a little message on there. Ask for Reggie. Tell him Reggie sent you. Does any Pathfinder hounds recognize his last name at all?
Van Kaskeren?
Yes. Okay.
No, but I love that we're feeding him stories instead of getting information from him.
Yes.
Conti's great at this, y'all.
I can't believe you didn't tell him about the cobalt and the dragon.
Yeah.
The dragons.
Before I go, there's one more story I've heard.
Oh my god. All right. So before you even go there, we will cut to let's go clock.
That's what you cut on.
Yes, exactly. Going to Elena, who has just met with Amoset Nez. Very, very super sexy Hamet dwarf from Osirio. I don't know where I got this image from. I'm pretty sure it's AI generated, but I don't think I did not generate it, but it's pretty great.
It screams AI.
It definitely has an AI kind of flow to it. I try not to use AI art, but sometimes it's just too perfect. It's just too funny. I gotta share it.
I mean, I don't see any obvious mistakes.
No, I know it doesn't have the hands, right?
Yeah,
but it's
gotten better at hands.
It has a certain kind of AI painted flair to it.
Some people just draw like that.
I know, it sucks. It just sucks. I'm trying to remember where I got the image from now. I can't remember. I did this so long ago.
While you do the scene, I will reverse image Google search.
All right.
Whoever actually drew it, good job. Yeah.
Yep, that'll do it.
All right, yeah. So Elena is gonna step into hell, ostensibly hell.
Hell.
Where German Hoff is, because Amiset basically told her, "It's like, yeah, you know, if you need to hire somebody, Jeremy's in there. You're gonna have to like impress him." And he recently got this new torture device.
Oh.
So yeah, she'll step in. Oh.
Okay. It's hot in here.
All right.
I'm gonna try. I know for some reason you guys
scrolling.
still can't
Yeah.
see, but I'm gonna drop that in there anyway, just in case. Let me see if it sticks. Oh yeah. That's it. Okay, 1 second.
I can't see, but if you scroll in on the stream, I can watch there.
Yeah, that works. Okay.
There you go. Cool. Ooh. Some big fucking gems.
Okay. Murals. Nope, that's not right. Don't know why that was there. Red lanterns drench this room in bloody light, illuminating walls painted with fiery pits and rocky crags. All the tables here are inset into waist-high pits in the floor. So it's going down. It's just so cool. And the bartender stands in their own bottle-lined pit in the center, sporting either a tiefling's brow horns or a set of remarkable fakes. Elaborate torture devices stand at the ready all around the room.
What's the clientele look like?
Clientele are a mix of ancestries. You got, humans, some, looks like there are actually some potential real tieflings here. There is a dwarf sitting over there as well, just kind of spread around.
Do I see the man himself?
Oh, do you know what he looks like?
For a human that seems to be surrounded by people who knows that he's important, I guess. So I can use perception to try to search.
Yeah.
Are there? I guess there's a bar.
You can also talk to people. Yeah. Say what?
I'm just gonna do like a quick glance around. I said.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a quick glance around it first.
All right.
See if I see.
No, you don't really get anything other than what I've told you. You're not able to read the room very well.
I'll step up to the bartender. Whenever he gets a second.
Okay. So the bartender looks up at you, and you can see that one of his like horns is kind of twisted a little bit to the side. It's not exactly glued on right.
Got it. Prosthetics.
Yeah. Well, hi there, Mrs. Welcome to hell.
Howdy. Thank you. I guess I don't know how else to ask for this, but I was told by one of the patrons next door that I could perhaps see Jeremy Huff.
Oh, you wish to speak to the Master and Lord of Hell? Well,
Odious? Oh, you mean right? Yes, this hell specifically.
kind of looks at you for a moment.
My meeting with devils who we met him, but the Master of Hell, yes.
Well, the Master of Hell has brought a new device that is waiting to be tested. Perhaps you may earn the favor.
Okay.
To sit at his table.
Great. Which one is it?
Okay. The gestures to.
There's one with an exclamation point above its head.
Yes. This little section right here, we'll say. Okay. So. There is some sort of apparatus of wooden boards. I'm trying to explain this without.
Always try recall.
Okay.
You can.
All right. Okay. This looks to be some sort of Tianja sort of contraption.
Okay.
Known as butterfly boots.
Mm-hmm. That got mentioned last week.
Yeah. And essentially, and he'll explain this to you as you're looking over at it, explaining to you how it works. As you've got to lie down on the ground and put your bare feet inside the apparatus of wooden boards. Then the rope is pulled. Boards close rapidly. And they'll probably hurt like hell, smacking your ankles, your feet, like a pair of butterfly wings. Got the honor of letting old Hoff himself do it to you. Seems to take quite a pleasure in it.
Great.
Right.
These are all his tools that he gets imported here. This is a new one. Probably brought in from them Celestials for the fair.
Excuse me?
Who said that?
Oh, I don't know about any of y'all, but
Someone there?
Lily has disappeared on my Discord.
Oh yeah, she's frozen for me too.
Oh, she is frozen. Her face is
She
There
moved.
she's back.
and
She's
she's
back.
back.
Sorry, Elena.
Maybe. I know she was having problems with her headphones a minute ago.
This low. Well, this is no longer a problem with my headphones.
Uh-oh.
Actual help. I can hear you. Is the thing. Is literally I am watching you move your mouths, and I'm here talking, and apparently you can't hear me.
You were frozen for a minute.
We can hear you now. It's all good.
Oh, can you
Yeah.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
We heard the entire rant.
Yeah.
Really?
That's funny.
Oh no, that's embarrassing. Hi.
No, that was the important part.
Okay, can you hear us
Elena
now,
has a
though?
moment.
Yes, I can hear you now. I'm glad that you can hear me. I was going to say that Yelena will toss I don't know however much a drink is. It's probably overpriced, so 2 gold on the counter. But take a shot of something expensive and go and say, well, not say, but just kind of like stand by the thing with her, shuffle off her shoes and just.
Yeah. Just gotta get out, take her shoes off, her
Alright.
boots. Okay.
Let's fucking do this.
She says, let's fucking do this! Alright, and the patrons all kind of turn and look at you. They're all eager. Some of them are licking their lips. And then rising from one of the pits, like a lord of hell himself, is this very handsome dude.
Oh.
Golden hair
Aridin?
and a barrel
Okay.
chest and an
Or no, that's an
Okay.
Absalom.
and
Great.
and the Eye of Arodin
Yeah.
tattooed on his chest. And Lily has the best Frozen image right now.
And she
I don't think
does.
he's frozen. That might just.
This is perma laughing.
Don't worry, I got a screenshot.
I mean,
I did too.
you know, hell doesn't always have to be. Hell can be good looking, right?
Yo, this is my type. So like blonde hair. So it's fine.
Oh my gosh, that's
Don't
great.
tell Jesse.
Pick the wrong room.
Oh, we got another good one.
A what now?
Another good freeze frame.
Oh yes. Keep them coming. So, he steps up and he saunters over. Got a great build. I mean, this guy looks. I mean, he's put together.
Oh my god.
Very fashionable leathers, tight, showing off that nice round butt.
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Cool. I got logged out.
Oh.
So I do need to verify that I'm human and sign in. I'll be launching again. But yeah, so Heath Ledger from A Knight's Tale.
That's it, exactly.
You might need to kick me because I don't know that I can join right now. He's so not cute. Look,
It's-
I'm a type and he isn't it. And
He
you know,
is so
man,
hot. He's so hot.
isn't it?
Look at those eyebrows. Come on. Now.
He
Yeah,
knows he's hot too.
I know this
not-
spell.
Yeah, he
Right?
knows he's hot. He knows he's got it going on. And he
What a dig.
he rises out of the pit and kind of heads over to you and kind of checks your you know, your placement, puts a tender hand on your knee as he kind of adjusts it just to the right spot, you know, where it's probably the most efficient. It's like, certainly wouldn't be here, my dove, if you didn't want it.
I'll look up
And he
there,
gives you a little wink. Yeah.
I'll furrow my brows, and I'll just say, "My ass is too fat to be a dove. I'm maybe like a hen or a chicken, but I mean, come on, man."
It's like he gives off this this awful laugh that is like kind of makes everybody uncomfortable. Like, oh, and he's like, "Well then, I truly hope that we can have a chat after this.
Me too.
Prepare yourself, my dove." And he grabs the string, grabs a rope with one firm grip, and yanks it down, smashing the wood into your ankles. In a steady cadence. It's not like the hardest thing, but he builds it up as you start to feel the pain really start to echo into you. Now, you're not in the game right now, so yeah. Is that right? Are you unable to get in, or
I
are you...
can now! Hooray!
Okay, cool.
What would you...
I would like you to roll me a fortitude save.
That I can do for you. Let's see when I can get in. I'm downloading world data, please.
Okay.
Oh, the House of Plains. 'Tis loading. Aha! I am eaten. Alright, yeah, let's roll a fortitude save. We'll roll this. I do not have a Marshal's Aura. I am just rolling Oh, I'm gonna re-roll that using a hero point. Just like higher than a 7. Sure, 22. That feels better.
That feels better.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, after about a few long moments of getting your ankles smashed by these butterfly wings, it's non-lethal damage. So it's not breaking your bones or anything. It's just really painful. And you've been probably sweating. And, he's making full eye contact with you the whole time. And it's almost like, like he's like eagerly looking at you as he's doing it, like clenching his teeth. Like, his eyes like are wide open in this almost static expression. And go ahead.
I feel like 22, right? I keep eye contact. It may not be the most elegant.
Yeah.
I definitely make a face, but I do maintain eye contact.
Okay. And after a few minutes, he stops. He doesn't let it get out of hand. And he and everyone is like, ooh, giving this expression of like they're kind of impressed. Seems like the crowd has been is quite impressed with your resilience, and old Jeremy is delicately removing your limbs from the contraption, and he like offers you a hand to help you get up.
I'll take it.
And everyone's like
I'm a little
just
tired,
clapping, and he kind of leads you like by the hand to his scoop up your boots.
Yeah, scoop up my boots. Yeah.
He'll scoop them up for you and carries them into his little pit.
You're being invited into his pit.
That was
Damn.
amazing.
I'm more than happy to impress, though.
I don't think I've ever seen you here before. I would have certainly remembered.
A 100% itinerant, or drifting, I guess. I'm on a job, for lack of a better term.
Job?
To find. Yeah.
Jobs are my specialty.
So I've heard, actually.
Are you here for the festival?
No. Well,
a local then, and he seems to lighten up a bit at that.
Right. I mean, someone is here for the festival, and I'm trying to find her. So, you being the person who is for the jobs, right? You're the one who does the, hooks it up and always gets it done. I was wondering, perhaps, if it might be something you might be able to help me with. I'm a little out of my depth here. I have the money, or she does, the person who hired me. If I don't have it on me, she will.
So we're talking business then.
So that was my intention. I mean,
very well then. I was hoping you were here for me.
What you would find interesting in me.
It's more about what I want to learn more about you. How you handle that contraption. I see that you have a knack for pain.
I do, yes. My father had a very peculiar idea for discipline.
Is your father from Absalom?
No. Part of the family.
See? You are Varisian. I see.
Last I checked, at least.
You're very good then. Well, and surely you already know who I am. German Hoff at your service.
Pleasure to meet you.
Who,
Fiorina.
Fiorina. He waves over the couple of drinks. Talk to me. What sort of business proposition do you have for me? And give me a perception check.
I do.
Right now, you do that. You give it to me.
I'm assuming hidden,
Okay.
so.
His demeanor slightly changed a little bit. You feel once you told him that once he discovered you were not from Absalom, but it's not like he's he went down a couple notches.
Mm-hmm. Man. Yeah.
It's not a it's just a observation you made.
I'll tell them the story the same. Nez, right? Beat for beat. Part of a Zarni crime family, had a falling out, took the fall for a useless motherfucker, and have been working jobs ever since. And I'm here looking for one of the names on our list who went missing, and her friend misses her dearly and has hired me to come and find her. And while I'm more than happy to do so, Absalom is quite large, and I'm more than a little out of my depth. She's got money, and I've got some of it. And if it's more, like if he wants to charge more than what I have on me, I'm sure I can reach out.
Okay, so what are you asking him specifically?
I'm asking him if he knows how to find or the current location of this person who is on our list, who was one of the people who went missing.
Which person?
The same person I told Ness. So last week, Elena just picked a name off that list. That, let's say so it wasn't one of the Minkayans. That was the thing. The only rule was that it wasn't one of the Minkayans because the Minkayans have a very clear story as to why they're here, and that's not something I could easily work my story into.
Okay.
So Elena's just working with one of the lesser known names, or like the people from out of town, maybe the Iraseni wine cellar, or whoever.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't do any specifics because I don't know that we had more specifics than that, but I imagine that she would.
Okay. Okay, give me a diplomacy check.
I can do that. Here goes. Oh boy. Not something I'm good at. I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay. Okay.
Is not, but it
better.
isn't an abject failure.
Right, but you're also getting a bonus.
There.
Getting at least potentially a +4. It's funny. You get a penalty also.
Because I'm not from Absalom.
Yes. So he admits he doesn't really know anything about the person that you're looking for. He deals in labor, providing labor essentially. As you know what his thing. Like he tells you what he does. I'm just
But Ned has been telling me that the Underdark, or the Undercity rather, is filled with all these creatures and stuff, and so I was kind of hoping to procure someone who might know the local terrain a little bit better to find this person. Kind of a guide.
I think you would perhaps have better luck with some of the other patrons if you're looking for that sort of thing. I deal mostly in large contract developments and the likes, not really on a individual basis. That is more for the immigrants and other folk who aren't as well connected. That's myself.
I did not mean to take your time. Nez mentioned that maybe you might be able to steer me in the right direction, and so I will seek those other patrons, and who might be able to help me with this more personal contract.
Yes, well, Nez talks a lot. I'm thinking of perhaps withdrawing his membership.
Oh,
Yeah.
Elena getting someone fired.
Fuck, right there. Large scale, huh? I mean, the city this big, it makes sense. Do you do the all the work for the quarter?
Oh, the Precipice Quarter was well, the revival when it was announced by council that the Precipice Quarter was to be revitalized. Oh, you can rest assured that I had my contracts all ready, with the ink still wet. Has been. He kind of smirks a little bit to himself. Rather profitable, I'd say.
But I can only imagine. And like you know,
Then we get
how-
the sweet chess piece.
you know how those bureaucrats are. Like if you can just get it done quiet and cheap, they don't give a shit.
That's my specialty for sure.
The number of cards I've bribed really speaks to the level of integrity. But okay, I mean that makes sense. What the fuck did they do with all the people here? There were like people here, right? Did they just disappear? Wild. You people all look around at Parisians and you're like, oh, I don't trust them. Oh, they're all liars and thieves. But I don't know that the council members are too much better, But,
There's a reason for stereotypes. It helps us categorize.
it's convenient. Well, again, apologies. I feel a little disappointing, but I also don't know that I can be more than who I am. So, I will leave you to your night, Mr. Bluff. And I wish you the best
My dear,
of luck.
it has been a pleasure.
Yeah, well, likewise. Question, actually, if I may. Any particular patron?
To help you locate a missing persons.
Nez was useless for it, so I mean, if any ideas on who? It's okay if not. I will throw my way through the play.
You could always try the rumor monger in heaven.
Okay.
Seems to know more than what he lets on, or the.
Actually, I lied.
Please.
Where did you get the idea for the? That it's unique. I'll give you that. But flames.
It came to me in a dream. Oops. I forgot to put him on the map. Not visible. There you go.
Visible. I'll move over to his pet.
Get in here. Yeah. So.
What?
His pit. His little.
Each pit.
Barbecue pit.
I was just being a child. Anyways, please come join Kunti.
It came to you in a dream? Well, thank the lady for that, I suppose. Okay. But I'll fuck off, I guess. I don't really have anything, unless anybody else can think of something I should be talking to.
I mean, there is a big piece of information that you're trying to get from him.
Right. I'm not sure that I know now what I'm trying to get from him that makes sense with my story. What am I missing, sir?
Is anybody able to expand on that?
So
we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Before.
I mean, it kind of goes from the specifics of we know he's directly involved in the missing Minkyans, but also like we're supposed to be looking for just any sort of missing persons. But I mean, she kind of asked about that. And we're supposed to be just kind of generally getting information about the club, but she also asked about that.
Mm-hmm. That's a secondary yet.
Right.
It's
so I don't
Nobody?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm just giving you a chance to, if anybody knows, to say anything.
Is it anything about the Graveraker? Perhaps he might know about that.
That's not something that.
You're really just shooting in the
Yeah.
dark
I'm
now.
looking for my notes. Yeah.
Graveraker.
I mean,
okay. Well, the main bit of info. I want you guys to figure it out. How do you know? Why are you here looking for him? Think about
He's the
that.
last person who saw them in Kayans.
right.
Wasn't he the one that connected them as a working group to the people who are
Yes.
building
Right.
the
He
Dragonfly
is.
Pavilion?
You just said it. He is the last person to have seen them in Kayans.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
I
we've
don't-
mentioned several times. Yeah.
Right, but you haven't asked them about them in Kayans. You just mentioned
No,
them.
because I don't have an angle.
Right.
So okay, I can try to work my way.
No,
there.
no,
I'll try to-
just yeah, okay. It's you haven't asked him. I know it's not like you just got to say it, but yeah, that's something that you need to get
Yes,
from
I
him.
am aware that I haven't gotten there yet, but I
Okay.
also didn't know how I got there. But I think I can try if he's talking about his planar. It came to him in a dream,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, you could talk more about Absalom since he seems to be
Was-
interested in
yeah.
Absalom.
Missing him in Kayans also put in my dream.
I was going to say that like the architecture is really impressive. I mean, that's not something that I know a ton of. I've been touring the fair looking for people. There was this dragonfly pagoda. It was cool, but then apparently they lost their workers, and so it was kind of half done. And there were kobolds, which were awful.
Oh,
So,
I know of this project. I actually commissioned the work. What do you mean that they're? What did you say?
Oh, apparently they lost all of their workers.
Lost their workers. How? What? He seems somewhat confused.
Oh yeah, I heard the foreman lady. She was kind of whining about it pretty loud, but she said like, "Oh, all of her good because like the guard got called and it was messy." But like
That woman is she was a very difficult woman to deal with. Let me tell you.
I imagine, but yeah, apparently all of the workers up and left, and just gone. And she was
Well.
offering it. Well, do you know anything about it? Because she was offering some money for information. I'm not adverse to.
I don't. I couldn't tell you the foggiest. I mean, they came to me several evenings ago, demanding hold on.
What we
They
know
were
is they
complaining
came
about-
asking for better. Yeah.
complaining about the quarters that I'd set up for them. Apparently, our Absalomian fare was below their expectations, and he rolls his eyes.
Well, fuck them. They can build a better house to live in. since they're
Exactly.
architects, right?
Yes.
But that's it.
They
You
should
saw that,
just
right?
stay back in their houses and stay out of Absalom if they can't handle it well anyway. Regardless, I didn't want to hear their bickering, and I didn't want to hear old Aomi. These Chanzian names are so difficult to even conceive of. Why could they just conform to our ways and make things so much easier for everyone?
Tell us to
Yes, well, I didn't want to hear them bickering all day, so I appeased them and I paid for the better lodging. Some hotel had spaces. And I booked them at the Galarian. Yes, you've heard of it. That's quite that's a very nice place. I hope. Well,
It's kitschy as hell, and the owner is a freak. But sure. I don't know that I'm the best arbiter of taste, but hey, I appreciate the information. Maybe
and I'm a businessman, not a nanny. And if the crew ran off, well, that's what the architects get for bringing their own foreign workers along. My people would have never abandon a job half finished.
Word. Fuck those Tianshas.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. I've taken enough of your time. Thanks. And I will go check out that rumor monger in heaven. I appreciate it. Have a nice night. If you ever need somebody to sit in the...
You know,
Actually-
it's probably some of the locals will say to you as you're leaving.
Oh,
A lot of the locals. You know, this is the time of these festivals draws in a lot of people. And some of the locals just don't like having hordes of newcomers souring up the place. They may have
Like you?
I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna fucking say that.
No.
Yeah, you know, they might have taken matters into their own hands, and he's like swirling his drink as he's thinking about, perhaps fantasizing about putting some of them in his butterfly boots.
And I'll say to him, well, from someone who spends most of her life unwelcome as an outsider, I can see that. And you know what? They're kind of right. I'll nod to just a small little, you know,
Tip his goblet.
nods your wink, and I'll fuck off. That's right. Technical term. I'll
Poof.
fuck off.
Poof.
Reaction, fuck off.
As a reaction, I'll fuck off. Now
Okay.
firmly convinced that those Minkayans are soup in some ooze's belly.
Oh, baby.
I have no clue. I have no clue. But
Yeah.
fuck off.
Okay. And Yelena steps out of the, you know, the hot air. It's like a sauna in there, right? Comes out and to the cool boneyard, and she sees Jane sitting with Layla. Table there, but I think your conversation's over, so she's probably not there.
Maybe we pass since Jane wanted to go see Jeremy too.
High five.
Good.
But yeah, I'm not gonna head over to heaven because I don't give a shit about that missing lady. Like that's not my job.
Okay, so let's pick it up with Jane. What is Jane doing?
She probably, I'm guessing that Layla, so did that conversation with Layla happen like during this other conversation, or was
these were
Layla
all
moved on?
These were all pretty much happening at the same time.
Okay.
No, the first round of conversations were all pretty much, yeah. So right now, I mean, you it could be any time you want it during that. It could be before Elena comes out, after, whatever.
I guess I would just be like, I think I'm gonna try to. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So I'm assuming that like I'm done talking to Layla, so Layla has moved off somewhere, and I've maintained the table. And as Yelena comes out, I'll kind of gesture her to come over, and I call back Iolanth too. And basically just try to gather everyone to me. Be like, for a guard, you like wandered off for quite a while. You know, I could have been like dead or something.
Elena's gone right
That
now.
auntie person, she just like, I came out with a face like a thunderhead, and then like wandered into some other place and disappeared.
Wait, is Kanthi there with
Oh, this was me trying to tell you that the PC playing the person you're talking to is gone.
What? She just stepped out. Oh, I see. Okay.
She said BRB.
All right. Yeah. So basically, I would just try to call everyone back to the table.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's take like a 2-minute break since we had two people stepped out. Oh, 2-minute break. 2-minute break.
Imagine having kids. Couldn't be me.
See, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2-minute break. 2-minute break.
Oh, you're starting a 2-minute break.
Oh, never mind. We're all here. Okay.
Okay, sorry. I'd had to pee for like 45
No,
minutes. And
that's
I couldn't hold
okay.
any
I was
water.
like, okay, we lost 2, so I was like, let's just take a 2-minute. And then you
Yeah.
sat down, and then after I finished explaining it, then Lily sat down. So we're all back. Break's over. We should have time breaks, though. We should probably break after the first hour or something. I don't know. We'll come up with something. Okay, so I believe that Raven? Jane was talking to Elena.
Okay. Okay, boss.
Action. You're muted.
It's great that you. I hope you're having fun here, where you're supposed to be, watching over me. I could have been dead.
Well, I just spoke with the master of the house, and in my mind, the only man who could have you killed in this house is him. He seems to know his business.
Well, that's fair. I mean, I found out a couple interesting things myself, although my business interest was pointing at a rather different place than I thought it would be. Yeah.
Well,
Some names that we've heard of, actually. That friend of yours who was had that interesting tattoo that you told us about.
Elena takes like a solid 2 seconds.
She was
Okay.
like, I think she was half orc, something like that.
I remember her.
Ah, great. Well,
She
apparently,
told me. Go ahead.
apparently, and I'll kind of lean in and quiet down like a little bit more conspiratorially, and apparently she just recently fenced a set of very specialized Minkayan stoneworking tools.
Oh.
And Ireland mentioned that some people are abducting people in the Undercity. They are like gray-skinned was the description that she got. So yeah. It's very interesting. Have you seen the other two? I mean, my secretary's not here, and my business is just about finished for the night, and I want to get going, but I want to talk to her with some notes. And my other bodyguard is still missing.
I can find Blind. The stupid fucking name. I can find Blind. Where he is. You should look for your girl. I don't know where she was, but she was very overwhelmed looking. Also, from what I'm hearing, if we need to rest tonight, avoid the fucking Golarian. So much bad shit is going on over there.
Let's get a room. I'm tired. We're gonna go to Galarian.
Oh,
That's
get a room there.
good to know. Although when we leave here, I might have a stop or something that I need to make. And I kind of like reach up and kind of twirl my hair a little bit and like pull out way too big a chunk
Oh no!
Oh,
and set it on the table. Say, I think I might have a problem.
Yeah, we'll get you fixed stuff. No worries. I'll go find Blind. You can rest. I'm gonna go check Evan for appearance's sake.
Great. I wouldn't want to see the real Pharasma, if you get my drift.
I do. I also don't want you to. Yeah, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go over to Heaven just to make it look like I'm doing the thing that I told Jeremenhoff I would do.
Okay, and as you're talking to give me a perception check.
To see how many people just overheard that conversation.
Okay, so talking with Jane, you notice that she's like her canine seem to be like she's starting to
She's
have
turning
like
her nose around.
her teeth are starting to get like pointy at
Cool.
and you think like, when did he add these prosthetics to Jane? But her chin is sprouting little like thin tentacles starting to kind of
That's
emerge. And
it's like that bit from Meet the Medic where he tells his patient, "Oh, don't worry, ribs grow back." No, they
Yeah.
don't. Like, you look fine, Jane.
and her ears, is she's wearing some kind of headpiece or hair piece, right? As part of, or not?
So no, her ears would probably be apparent. Like she probably
Okay.
she had her hair kind of in a pompadour, so
ears
like
have
her
been-
ears would have been visible.
Her ears have elongated. Yeah, her ears are getting like Yoda-like in a way. Like small, like medium.
Is your tongue like this long?
Yeah, and she's just no, but she's also like her pallor is like getting like off color. You definitely looking at her, you can see there's something wrong.
Yeah, we'll be right. Don't worry. I'll go to heaven and assumably link up with Fanti if we want to check in on Savan.
You do not get to ask me about Tarpe phone. We're done here, Elena. And she like passes by you.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you
And
already?
you,
So
like,
you're outside now?
I think like as you're starting to walk in, like you like Kanti sort of is leaving at the same time, and she seems flushed. You're not sure if she's like was flirting with somebody or a little drunk or frustrated, like just finished crying because she has like a little bit of red puffy eyes, and she says that, and then just like pushes past you to walk back into the main room.
How? It's like,
Oh boy.
what the fuck do you know about the whispering pattern? Also, who the fuck is Yelena? Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
I'll step inside.
Covers blown. Everybody draws pistols in this place. It starts to swing.
Spider-Man
They all
mania.
swivel. Oh yeah, there's a Pathfinder adventure. I forgot to mention this. I wanted to talk about it. That's all gunslingers, pre-made gunslingers. Like a one shot.
Yeah, in Arkansas or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, is it the one that was in that
Outlaws
new?
Arkansas.
Yeah, that's what
that
it is.
new
'Cause I'm
bundle?
like, what the hell is this? Yeah,
It
and you
looks
all
so
play.
Yeah.
fun.
Oh man, we should play that. We're playing that on an off night.
Okay. I bought it, but I won't look at it.
I
if you
had
wanna run it.
so much fun with my gunslinger for Outlaws. So much fun. Archetype,
from
rogue
Kaiser's Life.
archetype. It was so much fun. Such a good adventure. Oh my god, that was so much fun. Sorry, I just threw that out of nowhere. Okay, so she goes into heaven.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'll put my head in heaven.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you could actually physically go through there or not. That's why I was moving you through, but you can.
Pull the clouds
good.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend like 5-10 minutes in here and then I'll leave. Like,
Okay.
I'm not like acting.
You're not gonna. Okay, because anybody can also, if you guys want to go to any of these rooms as different characters. All right, so now we will cut to.
Savara.
Yes.
We meet up in the middle and we're all like, all right, did you pass? Are there any ones we missed?
Compare
Which rooms
notes.
we need to get to? Yeah.
Totally.
We all need to walk into it as a group
you-
into the northwest one.
Did you get them to mention the Galarian?
It's amazing. No, I didn't. Oh no, go back.
Shit, all right, go back to that one.
All right, so this room, as mentioned previously, This resembles the lawful neutral realm of Axis, where all the tables in this room are perfectly square and situated near a grid, as all things in Axis must be. Copper wire runs in geometric patterns along the walls, linking together tiny glass bulbs that blink and glow. Chalkboard on one wall holds a riddle written in large, perfect block letters. And conversation here is relatively quiet, but you do hear that kind of cackle coming from this courtesan that you presume is some sort of courtesan for just a split second before you realize indeed it is far from that, for it is Lady Anasandra Varabel House Marilla, who is rather well known among nobility. Well, what do we know about House Marilla? What does
Savara know?
What is
House
Savara?
Marilla, or what does everybody else know about House Marilla?
Well, you know, I mean, as far as like out of character knowledge, what does Savara or not? I don't know.
I think you should start by making everybody else roll society on House Marilla.
Well, nobody else is there. This is all through
I
your
know.
eyes.
No, I know.
That's
I
why,
know.
Yeah.
Well.
This is all out of character discussions.
Okay, so she knows that they are, one of Absalom's noble houses. The head of the house is Lord Celido, though he's very old and might not be around for a while.
Yes, the head of households are known as Scion Lords, right?
Yes.
Scion Lords and Scion Ladies. Those are the masters of the house.
Sort of by definition means that, it's passed down to their children, since a Scion is a child of a well-known person.
Very ancient and proud bloodlines that permeate all through Absalom. These houses.
House Marilla has a reputation for being quite cutthroat, even amongst itself, where and full of intrigue. Its children are raised to vie against each other for the favor of the elders in the house, and it's somewhat well known for their children not living particularly long, often at their own family members' hands, as people vie for
right, and
position within the house.
Partly because of their nature of the nature of the family business, so to speak.
Right.
Which is not entirely the whole family.
Right. There are some members of the house who are who have tried to distance themselves from this more cutthroat side, and I think Savara actually is only sort of tangentially aware of the more cutthroat side of things. She's heard rumors, but. Right. What were you gonna say?
No. That's good. That's great. It's kind of like what is it, like the worst kept secret, sort of. Among those in the higher echelons of society.
And it's definitely what I like to talk about.
Yeah. It's dangerous. You don't right. You don't want to anger House Marilla. You don't want to be on their bad side, because
you might just disappear.
You might disappear like some of the sons and daughters do. Right. So it's kind of it's a very powerful house that they sit on the council, and they have a lot of sway and have a reputation, and they also have connections to
Taldor?
Taldor.
Yeah.
Very strong connections to Taldor.
Which is
since-
also a land of intrigue.
Yes, and they backed the right horse.
Hmm
They
And in
backed-
fact,
you know, they backed the Empress, and she is Empress of Taldor. So
yeah, and there are ties, directly to
right.
to the powerful people in Taldor within the upper echelons of the house.
That's so. I can't wait to see. Only
Why?
because I'm playing War of the Crown right now, and then I'm about to enter book 6. It's like
Oh, so Eutropia and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Amazing.
she's almost there.
Right.
It's just been cool seeing like the
a cool
ties
story.
between APs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I need to personally learn more about Taldor because I haven't really, just kind of what I've
It's-
picked up.
Your like classic medieval set.
Oh yeah, it's super classic knights,
dragons,
imperialism.
serfdoms. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. There's lots of PF1 material.
Invading people from the desert, or at least they think they are. So you have to go invade them first.
Yeah, lots of Game of Empires stuff, Ancient
Mhm.
Empire stuff.
So one thing that Savara knows very clearly is that if she's going to bump into a random member of House Morilla out on the streets, this is
Right.
perhaps one of the worst ones she could possibly bump into.
She is one of the 3
Yeah.
in succession.
Children of Lord Celido, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the 3 Celadoni. And quite
Mhm.
perhaps one of them, maybe the most dangerous. And this is a picture that I've chosen to use for her as a.
Fucking what's her face? Lena Luthor. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
She
yeah.
is dressed in a complete monochromatic, like black and white.
Her boobs are like up at her collarbone.
Yeah, she's rocking.
She's got a really nice push up, you know.
Really nice push up.
That's the
You
only
know,
way she gets
and
good.
Yeah.
she has like a sort of an uncanny resemblance to Gloriana
Mm.
as like a younger Gloriana.
Are they? What's that relation?
She
Savara
would
would know that.
be Gloriana is the cousin of
Right.
Of
Of Lord
Celido.
Celido. That's right. All right.
Mhm.
So yeah, Celido. Yeah.
and she attends court in Talbot. She's
Right.
there. I mean,
She's one of the good ones.
maybe.
Well,
We'd like to think.
Right,
that
it's all
there is some
relative. It's all
goodness. Yeah. So anyway, she is there, laughing up a storm, and makes direct eye contact, and doesn't phase at all.
no, like
no
acknowledgement.
recollection, nothing. Just like
Oh, no
as if-
recollection.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
no.
like no. She looks right past you as if you don't matter. Like just another person coming in here, but she's tagged you now. You know, like she could see that you feel that she has visually identified you, or at least like tagged you. So now she's gonna.
She's aware
perhaps-
I'm in the room, but she
Yes,
doesn't
but
necessarily know who I am.
She's extremely perceptive. She
Yeah.
didn't register any recognition, but you can
Okay.
tell that she has fully like acknowledged that you have entered the room, but really
Okay.
hasn't really taken an interest in you.
Yeah. So Savara immediately, like,
Ducks under the-
yeah. Well, yeah. No,
and she
like
is
turns.
blasted right now.
Oh yeah, she's.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm stupefied one.
She
Um,
is fucked up from the drugs that
Yeah, so I
this
think
guy gave her.
that guy.
You know,
So I think
This
comes
guy's
in,
bled, so her eyes are
it
red.
registers, and she like jerks away, and that makes her head swim, and she like stumbles and catches herself. And she's looking for anything other than this woman to like focus on.
Okay.
And she sees this riddle written on the wall, and that's what like she keys in on. What
mean,
does the riddle say?
Certainly, it would draw her attention.
Yes.
That's odd. Maybe no, not even.
Yeah.
Okay, so the just give me 1 sec here. Can't believe you asked that. I was not expecting you to ask that.
Oh, come on, really?
No, I'm just
Let's go
totally
back to
joking.
Taldor real quick.
Totally joking. I was like, when you walked through this room, I was like, yes,
Yeah.
perfect. It's perfect.
That's the last room, right?
No,
I think there's
No?
one more we
Which
haven't
one?
done.
Is Axis the straight east one?
Yeah.
Axis is where. No, Axis to the northwest.
Axis is 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Northwest? So then we
Yeah.
did hit all of them.
Hold on. What am I trying to find right now?
The riddle on
No, I
the
have
Axis.
the riddle
wall.
here. Oh, I know what I was trying to do. Okay. I wanted to check something about. Okay.
I fully expect those serve to update the Taldan Lord SAP depending on how our AP goes. I'll send you like a breakdown.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll retcon some of this. Yeah.
Cool.
You're welcome.
Sounds perfect. Okay. So the riddle reads as follows: in cities grand. No, wait, that's not it. Sorry. Guarded by whispers. That's the only one he erases.
Okay, okay. Guarded by whispers. Totally erased. Okay.
Guarded by whispers, veiled from sight, within golden walls of impeccable might.
Right.
A treasury vast where echoes resound, a mirror of all that's ever been found.
Treasury vast. Something about echoes. A treasury vast.
Where echoes resound,
Where echoes sound.
a mirror of all that's ever been found.
Okay.
I know what it is.
All right, don't do that shit.
Oh, this is serious business.
Shut down.
Garbage whispers veiled from sight. Within golden walls of impeccable night.
Might.
Golden.
Wait.
Might.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, impeccable light. Impeccable light.
Oh, that's also different. Impeccable light. All right.
Yes.
Golden walls of impeccable light, a treasury vast where echoes resound, a mirror of all that's ever been found. Is this some sort of Galarian lore that I just don't personally know?
That's okay.
Probably.
I wish you could call for.
Now, you can make a skill check.
Yeah.
I always give the option to just call it out if you know it. Not, I mean, if you personally.
Well, I was looking to see if I did.
I mean, I have a thought, and I don't know if it's right.
I mean, do you want me to say what I think it is?
I also.
Not yet. I'd like her
Hold
to.
on. Yeah, I want to hear it a second, but like, guarded by whispers, veiled. Impeccable. I feel like it probably has something to do with planes. Mirror of all that's ever been found.
It's if you want to make a skill check, I can give you hints because I don't
Okay.
like to just
All right,
give
yeah.
it away.
Let's do a skill check.
Okay.
Check for hints.
Okay.
All right.
You want a photo friend?
Yeah. She stumbles out. Jane.
Okay.
With a J.
So, just give me a recall knowledge. You did.
Already
Thank
did.
you. Thank you. All right. Okay. So, it is most certainly planes related.
Okay.
Now, what you know of Axis Axis with this check you make is that it is a plane devoted to universal law. It is where law is manifested into physical
Right.
manifestations.
I really hope that you're using legal lore right now.
Yes. And Axis itself is essentially like a golden walled city. Where everything is perfect.
So this is some sort of archive within archive of knowledge or something within Axis.
Yeah. Now, with that, you can make another check.
Okay. With the
Climb,
speed.
kind of climb your way through this. Just another recall knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Okay. So no. So it's something on the plane of Axis. Which would refer to the golden walls of impeccable light.
Right. Axis the plane, not Axis the city or whatever.
Right. Well, Axis is not. It's not. It's not.
Okay,
city.
I thought that's what you just or somebody.
It
just
is
said.
like
Okay.
the whole plane is a giant city in essence.
Okay.
It's perfect grid, city planning like at its finest, with golden walls surrounding it, the barriers of it, keeping the maelstrom at bay, the literal maelstrom is outside the walls of this glorious place. And I'm going to give you a substantial bonus on this because I know your deity makes his home
Okay.
in this plane.
Do we know who your deity is?
I don't know if you do.
I don't think we do in character.
No, probably not. She's not like super devout necessarily. It's more of just kind of
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, your chosen deity, whatever reason it is, whatever connection you have, is probably the laws aspect that maybe because it's. I mean, he is literally like the personification of law, for the most part. It's not good or evil, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. So like.
So that you feel that there is a connection here because of
right, of Abadar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and Abadar is known as the Keeper.
Right. Was it the Keeper of the Vault or something like that?
Right. And what's that?
I don't know what it's called.
No.
The vault.
What you're saying,
Okay.
but do you know what it is? Does Rachel know what it is? Because I think
No,
Savara
Rachel
would know.
doesn't.
Okay.
Right, yeah, I think Savara would, but Rachel does not know, no.
So the first vault is one of Abadar's most sacred charges, where he is focused on protecting. For inside its hallowed halls, there's immense space that would be, echoing with the vastness of it. There is a perfect representation of every single thing that exists. The absolute perfect model of it.
Yeah.
Everything.
Ideal everything.
Right. And now, reading the puzzle again. The treasury vast.
I think Savara would catch that instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted you to work to it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just say it.
Yeah.
But yeah, a treasury vast where echoes resound, a mirror of all that's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, she deduces that it is
The first vault.
the vault.
Okay. I think she kind of reads it and maybe under her breath kind of says, it's the first vault. Vault of Abadar.
Well, everybody stops what they're doing and turns to you, including the lady in the corner. Yep, I'll just put her on the Sandra. Sitting there watching, and then they all just give us. They all look to the bartender and goes over and types the
board, like where the riddle was.
The chalkboard, yeah.
Ah.
Do you have to come up with one now for the next person?
And they all give you a nod and a smile and.
Off clap.
She's a little just like thrown off how completely different this is from the last place she was.
And all the eyes turn to a dwarf sitting across the room there. As she stands up and gives you a bow, claps. And that's kind of stuff that I think only like someone who really followed Abadar would know. I mean, it's cool lore. We all know it. Some of us do, about Abadar and stuff. But I mean, I don't think most people would know that kind of stuff. It's just what? First of all, like it's pretty
specific.
It's not the most exciting of lore, that's gonna be told at around campfires and things like that. There's a very somberness that surrounds, I think, Abadar. People try to sometimes associate Abadar with greed, but he's just commerce, man. He's just doesn't have
balance in all things.
Yeah, doesn't have a
perfection.
What would you like to do here?
All right, what did the dwarf do?
She kind of stood, she rose from her seat and gave you a bow.
I think Savara sort of looks around, sees the attention of Lady Anasandra, and flees toward this dwarven lady as an excuse to not go the other direction.
Okay. So does she go over to sit with? Okay.
Yes. I collided with at least one wall.
All right. Does she have any? She's not wearing any like religious iconography or anything, right? She's not really. Okay, she doesn't do that, really, right?
No.
Typically, even okay. Okay. That was a good one. Good riddle.
Well, I suppose, but the mirror of all that's ever been found, it really gave it away quite quickly.
Yes, well, anyone who's in here pretty much can solve it. I'm always open for a chat. I try not to make them too hard, you understand. I'm Wilfred Stoneborough. You may have heard of me from Stoneborough and Associates. And you can give me a society check if you'd like.
Yeah, I sure would. Whoa! Oh, hold on, wait.
Oh, you know what? Roll.
You want that blind? Or you? What are you doing?
Yeah. Just roll and recall knowledge, because. Yeah.
Okay.
Show me that.
Wilfred Sternborough?
I'm sorry, Willifred Stoneborough.
Okay. And she says that she's
Okay.
well known.
Yeah, you know of her. She is a Stoneborough and Associates is a quite prominent real estate development.
Okay.
Who has kind of a shadowy reputation. Yeah.
Okay.
Like they are most probably aligned with some powerful white collar, so to speak. White tunic. White tunic.
Yes.
White tunic.
I believe the term I used was lace collar.
Lace collar, yes, that's good. I like that. Lace collars. Yeah, they may have some ties. It's it's always just whispered.
Yeah, so I think that probably registers somewhere deep in Safara's addled mind. But she's sort of fixated on this riddle thing, and she's like, so you like riddles? What are some other ones you've used?
Well, I can't give away all my secrets. You'll have to come next week for the next one. I'll try to make it a little harder for you.
All right. Maybe I could help you come up with some.
Oh?
But not right now. I'm a stupefied one.
Well, enough about me now. What is it that you'd like from me? Favor?
Oh, well, what is it that you offer?
Depends on your needs. And she puts her fingers together in a businesslike pose and lowers her brow a bit and leans in. She's like, I get you. Oh, you know what? Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, okay.
You get a bonus.
Good.
Oh, baby.
I'll be re-rolling that.
She does have like a fighting pose in that picture.
Yeah. Okay. Oh god, it balanced on the one again.
So close to that
off.
one.
Yeah.
I had such a horrible string of rolls on Sunday. All right. I can't even get into that right now. It's too funny. Okay, well that's good because you got a +4 for getting the riddle, and well, as of late, I've been making quite a profit of forging documents, proving that certain associates have historical claims to certain ruined buildings.
Oh. What sorts of buildings?
Oh, lots of historical things in this precipice quarter. Everything here has history if you can make it outlandish enough.
Do you mean you're making mundane buildings look special, or the other way around?
Exactly. Yes. For instance, I just sold the property of an old factory to some fantastical architect. I actually got to look at some of his drawings. It struck me as pretty eccentric and
was one a giant machine?
giant machine. No, I
It,
don't.
it looked as if it could eat whole buildings.
No, it was just an architect of a house, some sort of thing he was building. It was very strange in the layout. It was remarkably inefficient in the way the rooms were arranged, and lots of extra chambers, and nothing properly standardized.
Oh. Did this architect perhaps have comically large glasses?
Not that I remember. He did carry around this silly hat and had this most dour-faced companion.
Oh, a half-elf gentleman.
Yes, that's the one. You know him. What was his name? I'm trying to remember it. He was
Hendred.
Edgewatch, yes, that half-elf, right?
Yes.
Strange fellow, that one.
I don't suppose you still have these
No,
blueprints?
I just barely got to look at them.
Oh, I see.
I just
So
happened to see
you
it
were,
during a transaction.
you were forging the
So
documents.
He saw
for
that maybe he ushered me out rather quickly. But, yes, I made that. I declared that building historical. It was quite a deal, actually. I was able to get him. He was able to purchase it from the city at a substantial discount,
Oh, I see.
provided he
Wait. Wait, historical buildings are cheaper? That seems backwards.
to foster development.
I see.
They want you to improve the edifice for the festival, make it habitable, clean it up.
I see.
It's right there on the thoroughfare too.
Did you perhaps see anything else of his business dealings?
Not really. We have a strange fascination with this fellow.
Well, it's just that a house with unaccounted spaces is very strange, and it seems very inefficient, and
Yes,
I can't see
well,
why someone would want to do that.
It struck me as very, very odd. It did. But so perhaps someday I'll go and pay a visit and see what's going on in there. Although I don't think I could handle such chaotic
Chaos?
layouts. Yes.
No, it
yes.
sounds awful. Do you perhaps know what builder he used?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I was just thinking that
just
it would
sold
be
him the
useful to
deed.
stay away from anyone who built such ridiculous architecture.
Probably those kobolds. I've heard that they've caused quite a fuss down at the festival. Riots and murders, murdering some of the visitors. Nasty business.
Yes, I've heard some rumors. In fact, I heard some rumors earlier of people going missing. It's almost as if the people running this festival have no control over everything.
People go missing all the time in these places. Usually
Everyone
it's
in
the
this
poor.
building says that.
It's just usually the poor, economic classes, them being so inferior intellectually.
Oof.
Or just
I don't-
plain
I-
laziness.
I don't see what someone's income has to do with their intellect.
Most likely they are just the result of base predators and the rabble. Especially
see.
those carnies and other traveling entertainers. Oh, shiver. Absolutely dreadful.
Parisians. Ugh.
So good. Did you hear there's a Parisian in here? I cannot believe it. That German often allows such a thing.
He just let anyone into this place. Yeah, she doesn't say that.
Ooh. Elena's got some explaining to do.
Yeah, I know. She definitely doesn't say that. So, okay. Trying to think if there's. No, I think like Savara's like not liking the vibe she's getting off this lady and is kind of wanting to.
Yeah, the conversation just kind of went south there.
Yeah.
She's doing what to this lady?
She's what?
This is not the best Epsilon has to offer.
No. I do think it's not hilarious, but you know that like everybody we've talked to has been like, people disappear all the time. What are you
doing?
about?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's not news.
Well, I mean, one guy was really interested, at least.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the newspaper editor.
Yeah.
Savara, she like leans forward and says, I heard, and she repeats some crazy conspiracy theory that the brothers told her.
Awesome.
What do you think about that?
Yes, you go on to say how the Leshy population of Eastgate has grown dramatically.
Good.
And emerged as a true community.
Did you say Leshy population?
The Leshy population of Eastgate.
Okay.
Is there a druid leading them?
Has just exploded in population. And these Leshies are hoping to petition the Eastgate Council for a dedicated neighborhood catering to their needs and representation in the district and city governments.
Love it.
And Eastgate is the home of the Grand Hold.
Yeah, I was gonna say this gotta have something to do with the giant tree. Yeah.
Most holy tree. Oldest tree in Absalom. In the city, in the island.
Oh, well, that makes sense. If there's a bunch of them there, then they should have representation on the council. It's not fair to be governed if you don't have representation.
Leshies, they're too wild and unpredictable. We cannot put the whims of the council into hands of such capricious beings.
But it's not the whole council, it's just one seat.
What's this world coming to?
Oh, okay then. I feel like there must be something else important you can say, or you would have ended this conversation by now.
No, I'm just enjoying this. I'm just enjoying conversation.
Okay, so yeah. So kind of following on what she did in the last room, she's like, so I bet you have all sorts of dirt on the nobles. What can you tell me about
She just puts her hand up and says, "Don't talk about that here."
Oh, sorry. Of course.
Yes. She says it in Dwarven.
Oh. And Savara's eyes kind of get big for a second, and she responds in Dwarven. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. And then she kind of like makes eyes, or just like she doesn't turn her head, but she like significantly looks over at Lady Anasindra, and then is like, hmm?
And she's just like, the dwarf is like, shakes her head like, no, leave it, she says in Dwarven.
So there's definitely sketchy things.
Well, it was nice talking with you. And she stands up, she gives a curt bow, and I must be off. Business matters await.
Thank you so much for your information. And then she looks around a little bit and flees out the door.
Okay. Okay. So you head out. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're kind of passing in between, and you actually turn around probably to see what's going on in the room, and she's gone.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. And then you turn back and continue out the room. Hold on.
Sorry,
Okay.
repeat that very last
No,
thing.
that's okay. I was waiting for you. I just saw you were.
Okay.
So then you turn, you see she's gone, and you turn back as you step through the veil. Except you don't
He's
pass.
right in front of
You don't pass through the veil. You're in this shadowy realm, and a hand grabs you by the throat, kind of slams you against the wall.
Oh.
And you're all like covered in shadow. You can't really see. You can see the hand though. It's a slender hand.
Mhm.
It's not choking you.
Mhm.
It's holding.
Mhm.
And kind of dissipating through the smoke and the haze. You see the face of Alessandra.
Mhm.
She is staring intently at you. And
Ooh.
it's 10 o'clock. Boom! Bam, bam, bam! That's where we're going to end it tonight, right? Because we're ending at 10 tonight, right? That's the plan?
No, we're ending at 10:30. I thought.
10:30 or 10?
I mean, we can end now if that's a good stopping point.
Oh, I didn't know. I could keep going. I just thought that was a
thought we
good
were
point to
30.
end, but we can keep going.
I think it's up to
I thought we
Chase.
were 30 before, like start and end.
If you got to
But either
go,
way.
I thought you needed to end an
Yeah.
hour early. I remember you saying that.
If that's okay, I'd love to. Yeah.
No. That's why I ended it there, because I thought we
Yeah.
were ending. So
That
don't
was
feel bad.
great.
That is a good cliffhanger.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was prepared to go into it more, but
I love
I'm-
spinning
I'm
a week.
loving this place. These characters are so well done, Serve.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
This has
Each
probably been my favorite
interaction-
part so far.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
feels
House
so
of
good.
Plains has been something I've been so excited to run.
You
Just-
clearly put a lot of work into it, and it's been great.
well,
Thank
the
you.
map is great. I gotta show you the Pie Zone map. It's like, oh no. it's underwhelming. This was put a lot of love was put into this map, and I love Narky guy.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's just amazing. He's running this adventure too, which is crazy.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it's just
The-
super amazing. Super amazing. This is a free map. You know, like you didn't get paid to make this map.
Narky is awesome.
Wish I could fucking do half the shit. Yeah. I added in some of the light stuff, but I'm not even going to try to take any credit for this. But yeah, okay, cool. So we're that's it for tonight. That was great. I had
Yeah.
fun. Glad you guys had fun.
Yeah.
House
We're
of
learning so
Flames.
much about everybody.
I know.
Yeah, I know. This is
Not
a great one
everybody.
because everyone gets.
Yeah.
This is like a spotlight.
Uh-huh.
Everyone gets to have a
What
spotlight on them.
have you learned about Elena? Nothing.
Yeah, but not a whole lot.
She likes. She likes getting her ankle smashed.
Your
Oh,
time
no.
will come.
Yeah. She's like, and you touched my feet.
It's
Am I
like, can you do
supposed
that
to be impressed?"
again? A little to the left.
by Fantasy Fabio. Yeah.
Fantasy Fabio.
Ooh.
Arodin Fabio. Yeah.
Is there a non-fantasy Fabio?
That's
Yes,
true.
Fabio is a real person.
No, I know. But he embodies the look of.
All right, y'all. Well, that is that.
This is
We
continues
we never did, so I guess we'll just end the night with. Okay, because we never.
Oh
got to
yeah.
hear that.
Well, these are definitely their stories.
Yeah, right as
Yeah.
Savar gets pulled to the side with his hooded figure. Dun dun.
Bum. Cool.
Seriously though, like I was gonna say a second ago, like I probably just sat here for an hour and a half and listened to y'all talk, and it was awesome the whole time.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. That tells you
Yeah.
you got a good table when
Yeah.
people aren't bored when they're not
Right.
in the spotlight or something.
We're learning so much about it. Like, it's so good.
Awesome, awesome,
Right.
awesome. All right, yo. Well, next week,
Well,
same,
until next week,
Yeah.
though.
Yep.
Back to normal time. Thank you
same
again. I
Absalom
appreciate it.
Good night.
time. same
Have fun
Absalom
early.
channel.
Mailing
Yeah, good
sea
luck with
creatures.
that.
Thanks.
I'm going to play some Helldivers, I think, for a little bit. Anybody
I'm
want to
sending
do some
them to New
Helldiving?
York, so maybe
Yeah,
servicing
I'll
someday.
probably be on Helldivers for a bit if you're into it.
All right. Yeah.
What level
Yeah.
are you guys